tonight, fellas. This is the RockWire podcast. I'm your host, CJ. Brought to us by Therapeutic Waters from the city by the bay. B-Rad, how are you tonight, Brad?
You know, I've been working from home for the past 5 days and I'm loving it because I am back listening to music all day long. I have found some amazing unheard bands. I'm loving it, man. It's great.
Derek, HuntsmanSupply.com from the Badlands. How are you tonight, my man?
I'm doing great. It was 50 degrees this morning when I got up, and now it's 18. So I'm feeling warm and fuzzy talking about metal.
Yeah, totally normal. 50 to 18. All right, what we got for you this week is 4 songs that don't suck, 3 brand spanking new ones, one from each of us, and we actually have a pretty live cover to look at. So I'm gonna start because I have the best song again this week. So it's amazing. You just throw a dart at the board and hit the best one. It's that easy. All right, this is what I got for you. Saxon, the band from days gone by, came in riding the new wave of heavy metal with Iron Maiden and Def Leppard, and enjoyed absolutely zero of their commercial success. But they got a new single out. It's called Remember the Fallen. And this song sounds very Iron Maiden-y. It sounds like Maiden in the sense that it's a historical song about war. And God knows Steve Harris could not write enough songs about historical battles and war. But this song is built on a badass metal riff. We got a strong vocal effort. Let's check it out. Saxon, Remember the Fallen. Derek, was it metal enough for you?
I couldn't wait for this episode so I could make fun of you for bringing Saxon on. I remember Saxon back in the 80s, 90s, and I never listened to them. I mean, as far as I was concerned, they're just some cheesy band. I couldn't take it. And then I played this song, and I was amazed, and I thought to myself, why did they have a song like this? Or maybe they did back in the day. And I thought, of course, with the chorus when it came out, God, this is like Maiden. Oh, my Lord. And it's so 80s, 90s. I mean, it is just plucked right out of the timeline and put right here. But they do it so well. It's so enjoyable. I couldn't believe how much I liked this song. It didn't sound dated, though. That's the thing. It came from that genre, and it moved over, but it sounded really good and fresh in a weird way. Am I insane?
I thought it sounded dated. Brad, what about you?
Well, I can understand where Derek was going. It's like that missing puzzle piece that you lost 20 years ago, and then you found it, and then you want to rebuild that puzzle. And that's kind of what this song is. It's that old metal vibe. I love the guitar patterns. That is the type of guitar music that I would like to play. The drums, I was actually very surprised how loudly they are recorded in this song. You could actually feel them. But my question for you guys is, you talked about the vocals, and you said it was Bruce Dickinson-like. I kind of thought Ronnie James a little bit. But how many singers nowadays sing with that vibrato? Nobody does that anymore.
Well, it definitely has some vibrato. I wouldn't say it sounded like Bruce Dickinson.
But no, the vocal
I
pattern.
just think the song was lyrically written like an Iron Maiden song, and it was a good vocal effort.
But you never
Anything to add, Derek?
Well, no, I think it sounded Maiden-ish, though, that chorus. I mean, I didn't think it sounded like Bruce Dickinson, but not far off, honestly, in the vibrato thing. Normally, I never liked that. And maybe I like this Saxon song now because I learned to like Iron Maiden. I wasn't a huge fan of the way Bruce Dickinson sang early on and grew to really enjoy it and love it. And that's maybe why I really embraced this song as much as I did.
Are they a European-based band, do you know?
London. the new wave of British heavy metal.
Are you from London town?
Actually,
Like some toffee
let
with
me
Dranky.
correct myself. I don't know if they're from London, but they're Brits. It's a small island, frankly. It's not that big. It's like 9 million people. It's like the size of Michigan. All right. Song number 2. Slash and Myles Kennedy, Call Off the Dog.
So
I forget who had which one.
I had that. So Brad, I'm ready to take Brad's shots for the easy button. And I'm going to tell you why it wasn't the easy button. Last time we brought a Slash and Myles Kennedy song, the guitar was pretty much poo-pooed kind of by CJ. And when I heard this song, to me, I may be becoming a Myles Kennedy fan because I loved his singing in it, but the guitar work I felt and the whole vibe of the song was almost like a controlled chaos. It was really cool. The guitar was just crazy to me. And then when they break it down with that bass, kind of bass breakdown at the end, I thought the song was fantastic. And so it wasn't necessarily being taken the easy way out. It was more interested in hearing how CJ reacted to the guitar stylings of Slash on this song.
Brad, take it away.
Well, it starts off on that opening note. That's like when you turn on your amp and you touch your E string and just that makes that sound. For most guitarists, that's going to get you pumped. I thought this had very bluesy riffs. I call it a dry bluesy riff though, because it's not that deep bluesy sound that you would actually hear down in Louisiana.
It's not a swamp feel.
Right, but Slash does that very well. And I felt that his sounds, his tones with Myles' vocal ranges were perfect. And you said it the last time we talked about this Slash and Myles and the conspiracy, that you really were starting to grow on them.
The conspirators. Did you mess that up again on purpose, Brad?
It's the first time I did, but yes. Because it's a conspiracy. Why?
And who's growing on who? They're growing on. I'm growing on them, or they're growing on me. They're growing.
Myles is growing on you, I think.
Yes, Myles. I think. I've always said he's one of the best.
Stop.
Okay, so this is their second effort off the new album. The first effort was The River Runs Dry, and I said that Slash mailed in the guitar effort.
Tired of the river running dry.
It was a tired cliche lyrical hook, and they can do better and they should do better. Well, here we are. And in the words of Corey Taylor, all hope is gone. I thought it was another dud, man. It was better than The River Runs Dry. But I thought the guitar was a big jumbly mess and another cliche lyric. I'm not down. I'm poo-pooing it again.
I wonder if Duff was playing bass, where the bass was turned up a little bit more, if you would have thought differently.
Well, Duff's not in this band, of course.
I know.
How can I start to like this band and you start to not like it? I don't get it. What's wrong with you?
Because you make fun of Travis Barker.
I actually thought about this a lot because I was very high on the Slash and Myles Kennedy when they got together, and this is what I think it was. I was so anxious to hear Appetite for Destruction songs. And when Slash got with Myles, they were playing a lot of the Appetite stuff, and Myles was doing it so well that it really warmed my heart right to the cockles. But now they have shit out a album every year or more. I think they're on their 4th. This is the 4th one, right, Brad? Yep. And dude, the magic's running out. All right, well, let's get on to our 3rd song. Ice 9 Kills, Rainy Day.
Oh.
Run.
So obviously I brought this, and I brought this because Derek ripped on me last week after bringing Falling in Reverse, talking about bands that are overproduced. And that is something that I do say. Now, in my defense, I brought this song because I wanted to talk about bands rebranding themselves. And they try to get that overproduction sound to try to draw in some other audience that might not know who they really were, but they lose their hardcore, root fans. I think this song for me is perfectly written. It just like when I brought Falling in Reverse, From Ashes to New, Eva Under Fire. This is that type of music. It's great. Any song that starts with the word run has got to be a hit. It's got pumping sounds. Oh man, all I can say is this song really gets to me. I like it.
Well, let me tell you, I totally guilty of stereotyping this band. This is a band I have never looked at or listened to because I immediately thought this is death metal, and I think death metal is shit in most of its incarnations. And that's not what this band appears to be at all. So this was a really great vocalist paired with a nice industrial hook in the chorus, nice riff. I want to hear more. And if you want to catch this band out on the road this summer, they're out with the Black Veil Brides, and I dug this song, and I'm into it. I got to track through their other stuff. But before I kick it to Derek, I want to ask you one question, Brad. This song has a few DJ Khaled moments. No problem. Run.
Did you
run to DJ Khaled or Godspeed?
Godspeed to DJ Khaled. Yeah, I got it. I guess some songs I like it and some I don't. I think this one almost needed that filler. The Godspeed one, I wanted to hear the music.
I'll tell you why I wanted to hear the music, because they played it good. This band is Wage War Light. You gotta be kidding me. That's the first thing I thought of. Is now Brad's he brings one overproduced song, which I love, Falling in Reverse. So I didn't think it was overproduced, but according to Brad's morals, it was overproduced. Well, normally he talks about being overproduced. And then I listen to this song, and the first thing is run. And I go, oh my God, it's like Godspeed. And all he did was rip on, Godspeed. But so he picks and chooses what he likes when it's that kind of industrial, kind of different kind of vibe to it. And these elements they're adding to it, because it's his song. He picked it. And listen, I like the song. I thought it was a good song. I listened to it quite a few times. The video, I hated it as soon as I started watching the video, but I like the song. But you have to admit, it's Wage War Light. I mean, they're like their little brother here. And I just can't believe how you pick and choose whether you like the effects in one song or another one. And then you have the audacity to say, well, I wanted to hear the music in the Wage War song. Oh, you don't want to hear the music in this song, your song? We don't like it.
I think the problem is that his river is frozen over.
I do that for you.